female voice and a
Yes.
male voice? No problems at all?
No, but about the first couple of years, we're trying to figure out the tone of the voice. Like, my dad, somehow I thought he was my brother at first.
Yeah.
Because they sound the same.
Yeah.
The only way I can figure out that my dad was, he used a word that my brother never used. So I identified him.
How old's your brother?
The oldest one is 24, and the second one is 23.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. So 24, 23, 22, really close in age then, right?
Yeah.
You're 22 years old. I have two sons, 22 and 17. And my husband's voice, they all sound the same.
Oh, yeah.
So if I call on the telephone, and it doesn't matter who answers, I'll say, Rob, John, Mike, because I don't recognize their voices are exactly the same.
Right.
What about your mom's voice? If a woman is standing behind you talking and a man standing behind you talking, can you tell which one is the woman's voice and which one is the man's voice?
It depends. I changed my program, and whoever closer to me, I can hear better. And somehow, since it's behind my ears, so I kind of like use my menu. If we're in a restaurant, I kind of pretend the whole menu is the ear, so it bounce off the wall, bounce off the, but it come back to my ear.
Yeah.
So I have a little problem with that.
Do you change your program? Will that help?
It has nothing to do with program. The programs help a little bit. What matters is it depends. Whoever closer to me, the closer,
So it's
the
the
better.
proximity, it's the distance.
Yes.
to and from.
So if I kind of like turn my head.
Do
So
you use a hearing aid on the other ear? No.
no, I need to. I call it one big ear.
One big ear. Now, this article also talks about the fact that he was detecting, like in the car, different noises in the car that he'd never heard before. How about you? Have you experienced?
Well, about like sometime I've had it. I was outside in my car. I heard some noise, which I find annoying. And it was a crow calling.
A crow?
Yeah, and somehow I thought it was like real close, but it's like far up in the sky. Wow, that's loud.
Big mouth crow.
Yeah. And somehow I every night, every time I come out of the cars, I always hear something. Like some type of bugs, or frogs or whatever.
Do you live in the country, or where's your
No,
home?
I live like in the suburban area.
Where's your home?
It's in Allentown,
Allentown?
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
My husband's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the type of sound I hear a lot. It just kind of bothers me sometimes.
Are you freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
Well, I'm back to freshman for 3 years.
You struggling with the grades?
No, just I changed my major a lot.
Oh. What are you majoring in now?
I majored in film and animation.
Film? I have my son who's 22 years old, goes to the University of South Carolina. He's majoring in journalism with a minor in film.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what he said. I thought it would be, cake.
No, it's like it's more like time management. You take up a lot of your time. So I have too much credit this quarter, so
But you're going to go on and persevere and do it?
I'm just gonna take out one class and just focus on doing my stuff.
Good. Yeah. I hope you will. This article also talks about like different environmental sounds like music. What's your experience with your cochlear implant with music?
Good.
You like it?
Yeah. I listen to a lot. This time I don't have to turn up the volume anymore. But still, I like the bass,
What do you preference?
the type of music,
Yeah.
rap.
Rap?
Yeah, nothing. Hip hop, rap, whatever.
Okay. What about understanding? He said in the article that he could understand better the starts and stops of words. That before speech, like my talking now, was just strings, all of it blended together. But now he was hearing the start of a word and the stop of a word. You experienced that?
You can't hear the middle.
Yeah, and the middle. Do you hear syllables? Do you hear all the syllables?
Yes.
In a word like syllable?
It depends. The first person, if I just met the person,
Mm-hmm.
my job is trying to analyze his voice, figure out the syllables, the tone, his accent, and everything. And then
Can you determine an accent?
yeah.
I'm from Virginia. Do you hear any difference in the way I'm talking?
Up from who, where?
I'm from Virginia. Do you hear any difference in the way that I talk?
Just a little bit. You have a stronger T. That was it.
Okay.
Well, let's just say the Harry Potter movie.
I haven't seen it.
They're all British.
Mm-hmm.
So I detect the difference between American
Mm-hmm.
and British, like Harry Potter
Uh-huh.
and Harry Potter.
Potter.
Yeah, so it's like,
Uh-huh.
so it's nice.
Cool. What about your own speech? Has it improved since you got the cochlear implant?
Yeah,
How?
the first time I've had this cochlear implant, I couldn't say the word, the
CH sound?
the ch
Yeah.
and the s and some type of high pitch,
Mm-hmm.
and
The TH and stuff?
Yeah. Basically I was still learning how to talk.
Did you have a lot of speech therapy after you had
Yeah.
the cochlear implant?
Frequently.
Did that make a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Do you come here for speech?
Sometimes.
When you need special help or something?
It depends. If I wanted to, the problem is, if I'm reading the paper out loud,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same as the way I talk, so
Mm-hmm.
that's my weakness.
So you need help like with pronunciation of special words that you're reading?
Yes.
What about lip reading? Was it easier after the
I'm
cochlear
losing
implant?
it.
Yeah. Did you use it all along, or is it a new freak?
I've been using it a lot since my whole life.
Yeah.
I never used sign language.
So you don't sign now? Not at all?
I just started last year.
Oh, okay.
And last night I took it off and I tried to lip read. I couldn't do it anymore.
Wow.
I don't know why. I guess I listen more.
Well, making that connection between what you see and what you're hearing, when those link up, and then if you really are depending on what you're hearing and you take that off, then what you see, there's nothing to link it to.
Yeah.
It all happens in the brain, or somewhere in the brain, somewhere up there. What about signing? You don't sign at all?
Occasionally.
Did you grow up exposed to signing, or strictly oral?
I was exposed when I was young, but I never learned how to communicate
Were
in
you
sign
more hard of
language.
hearing than
I was
profound?
profound,
Wow. Wow.
so I was mainstream in high school.
So did you have interpreters, oral interpreters?
I have
Interpreter help?
I had a hearing therapist,
Mm-hmm.
so she basically helped me out a little bit.
I'm trying to, see what was in my mind that should be on this. I think the next area of questions is related to a book that was just written.
Mm-hmm.
This man, John Christensen, and a woman, Irene Lee, wrote a book. The book's called Cochlear Implants, Ethics and Choices. And in that, they interviewed families who had children who had been implanted. They also interviewed college students from Gallaudet University.
Oh, yeah.
And at
I
Gallaudet,
took it off.
they found Exactly, that half of the students took it off and half of the students were still wearing it. How would you explain that
Well, I was afraid I might get beat up
at
if
Gallaudet?
but I took them off for like a week
Mhm.
while I was there.
Oh, did you go there? Did you
Yeah.
attend school there?
Homecoming last year.
Oh, just for homecoming.
Yeah.